Hi makeup lovers and welcome to my favorite YouTube channel. My name is Katerina. I'm professional makeup artist and we talk here about beauty, makeup and self-love. This video is about brushes. I teach people do makeup and based on my clients and my students' issues, I got an inspiration for this video to talk about beginner makeup set. Through years of experience doing makeup, I also had different issues with brushes. Sometimes I didn't understand why my makeup doesn't look like another professional makeup artist does. And I learned a lot about how brushes are tremendously important in your makeup application. That's why today I decided to do half of my face with expensive high-end makeup brushes and another half with cheap brushes. For this experiment, I went shopping and got myself very cheap synthetic brushes, what probably most of my beginner students and clients would get. Just a simple set, but looking golden and beautiful for the first view. So I will use them for today's makeup. And another reason why most of beginners might buy this particular brushes is this beautiful holder. It's gorgeous. I'm definitely gonna use it even if I don't like the brushes. And on my luxury side is gonna be my favorite brush brand. It's a Japanese amazing brushes named Hukahora. I use them for a good while and actually those brushes just do work for you. You can definitely feel the difference. They blend in amazingly. The hair is a gold hair, so it's a natural hair brushes. And I'm gonna use them today for my second part. Let's start with applying foundation. And my personal preferences with foundation, on my face I like to use sponge. So let's do sponge on luxury side. I like how flawless makeup application with sponge. So I always use sponge. That's my favorite. On my budget side, I will use this brush. I didn't try them before, so it's gonna be my first impression right on the camera. It's not bad, but I think you can see that my sponge making more flawless application, that's for sure. Blended perfectly. I mean, it's okay, but I don't feel like this part is blended nicely. This one is kind of better and faster, by the way. Let's do neck. I grabbed a little bit darker foundation on my face because I honestly don't know anymore what color I am because I got a lot of tan. Everything I used in winter doesn't work for me anymore. So next step, I would like to apply my bronzer. Again, I will start with my Hookah Hoda brush, expensive one. The set of these brushes is more than $250, so it's around $300. Kind of expensive. But I feel like this kind of brush is gonna work for you longer. That's a good investment. Sometimes we feel that we're saving money buying cheaper things, but in reality, we have to buy it again because stuff gets broken. Like with the brushes, the biggest issue for cheap brushes is hair comes off in, I don't know, couple months of you using it. These brushes I have for 1.5 years, and single hair left my brush yet. Okay. And again, I just feel like, yes, I know exactly how I move my brush, but it doesn't work. Let's do $20. Yeah, I already made a spot darker than I planned. I need to and it doesn't blend actually. Like you see, you can see definitely how this part look, and here is a big spot of bronzer, and I'm using the same makeup, the same bronzer. It's expensive Gucci bronzer, and I'm trying very hard. Yeah, here's a little bit better than here. Yeah, I just, honestly, I can't control this brush at all. Like it gives me spots of makeup, not even. You see spot here, spot here. Unfortunately. And here, everything looks nice. Let's try. It just doesn't blend the way I want it to be blended. Like it looks obvious where I put my bronzer. Like just 1, 2, 3 dots, big dots. I put it back. So now it's time for concealer, and I'm not gonna do any crazy makeup, just let's do a beginner basic makeup. So I'm gonna have Becca concealer. It's something I use for my regular casual makeup, and I will use my Hookah Hoda concealer brush, and I just start applying. Just a little bit to cover lack of sleep. Again, it's blended perfectly. I will cover a little bit with leftovers on my sponge just to, smooth out the difference because my concealer is a little bit with the pinkish undertone and I don't want to have this huge difference, but I want to show how application looks like. And I will take my $20 set. I feel like this is supposed to be logically a concealer brush, and I will take the same concealer and apply. It's working fine so far. With this type of concealer, I think it works fine, only because of the formula. But if you take more, let's say, thicker concealer, it's gonna give you lines, it's not gonna blend flawlessly. But with Becca, I think it works fine. Okay, and let's smooth it out. So I always use leftovers of my sponge, kinda to make everything even. Oops. This brush kinda give me a hard time. Yeah, you can see. Now let's take eyeshadow brush. It's gonna be my high-end brush, Hoka Hoda, and I will use, instead of eyeshadow, I will use blush on my eyelid because I don't want to do anything crazy, just a casual look. See how fast it blends, and I put my blush on naked skin, like I didn't put any eyeshadow base or concealer, so technically it works perfect even without any base. Because usually on the naked skin, on empty lid, it's hard to blend, trust me. It's always easier to blend on if you have something, at least concealer. But it works good for me. Okay, let's have cheap brush and do the same technique but with my left eye. I mean, I was thinking that I can do makeup almost with any kind of brush. but with this one it's not so easy. I can explain. Because of the shape of this brush and shape of this brush, shapes are different, yes. This one is made for blending edges, like it's applying and blending itself, and this one is just applying, but it's still a little bit cutted in the middle, so it should blend a little bit at least. But I definitely can tell you that it's much harder to use this brush. It's possible, it's not horrible, like for example bronzer brush. Like bronzer brush is horrible, like you cannot use anything like that. This is not horrible, but it doesn't blend edges. You can see the difference. It's not because I'm applying differently here, it's just because it doesn't blend. And this brush, it's blend right away as soon as you apply. And here, to fix the situation, I just need to clean the brush a little bit and just try to clean up the edges. This is how it looks. And it takes more time. Again, time is precious. The most important is time. And the last part of makeup, I will try to create a very simple wing with my pencil. It's gonna be a blended wing. So I create the wing. And I want to smudge it a little bit with my Hukahora Japanese brush. Just make it smoky. And on the top, a little bit of eyeshadow. One minute and it's ready. Let's do the same, but with this brush from this set. First of all, it's huge. It's huge. And too thick, but I will try to do all my best. The same way, I just create an eye wing. With my pencil. And we'll smudge it with brush. Yeah, it smudges. Yes, it's blending, but because of the shape is too thick. You see how it's like it's just smudges. It's make it thicker itself, the line. I'm doing the same movements, but with this brush I'm having a hard time. Can you imagine? I do makeup for years. For the beginner, this brush gonna be a disaster, because you will guys see some YouTube videos from amazing YouTubers and makeup artists, and you try to repeat and buying this kind of brushes and don't get any good makeup and get upset, you know? That's what's gonna happen. Even if I have a hard time, yeah, I mean, it's okay, but this one is better because the brush worked exactly where I needed. Here, it's just, you know, work all over the place and make my line thicker than I want it to be. So it's kind of not what I expected, but this is what we have. Let's put some mascara just to finish makeup. So this is it, my quick experiment with brushes. This side I did with $20 brush set, and this side I did with expensive Japanese natural hair brush set and sponge for my foundation application. And honestly, it has a big difference. Like I knew it's gonna be a big difference, and I just wanted to show you guys and to demonstrate how you can struggle and give up in your own skills sometimes when you just don't have a good tool for your makeup application. I highly recommend you to educate yourself more about brushes, because brushes, they can make such a big difference in your makeup. You don't have to necessarily buy super expensive makeup, because practice shows that drugstore makeup can be so amazing and can have a good dupe for most of luxury brands. But brushes, I doubt that cheap brushes can do the same what good quality expensive brushes can do. Let me know in the comments below if it was useful. What do you think? What brushes you use? And if you want to see more videos about brushes. Thank you so much for being with me. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I see you soon again. Bye.